We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more.
I'm Jill DeWit.
I'm Stephen Jack Butala, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2071, and today's topic is real-life examples of creating wealth in the land investment business.
Yeah.
It's kind of big, kind of meaty, like what the heck are you guys talking about? So all we're talking about is we've got some examples of successful people, so you can kind of learn from that, and mirror those traits, or say I've got it or I don't. Just try to understand that. And that's our topic this whole week. We have different things that we're doing, and it's all around the secret recipe for success in our world. So, and we're right now in week, I don't know what week we're in, but we're in the middle of Career Path 10. And every career path, it's so amazing. We're always meeting new, very successful people, and it's so fun because they're coming from other worlds. It's great for us to see and even learn from ourselves what got them there. So we want to share these stories with you so you can see and go, all right, I'm doing that, or I have that, or I'm going to make that kind of thing. So today, first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to answer a question. Every week we have a question here that was posted on our internal Discord online community in Land Academy. Go for it.
Mike says, I posted this deal about, a few months ago, and the seller's come back and lowered his price. It's 27 acres. It's got a brand new, haven't heard of this forever, a brand new mobile home on it. 2 acres are fenced off. I have pics and information if anyone's interested in discussing it. The local agent said it will likely sell for about $330,000. The seller is down to $220. This is my kind of deal. He owes $130. The plot thickens, and he's willing to leave his mortgage in place while we take ownership and sell it to the end buyer. Would anybody be interested in partnering this? I'm asking for $90,000 to close on the deal and list on the market for $330,000. Potential profit is $96,000 split between the funding partner and me. I'm willing to take a lower cut to get this deal done.
I'm having trouble. Brand new mobile home on it. Excuse me, that was a piece that I missed. I saw the land part and I didn't see the brand new mobile home. So can I assume that days on market, Jack, we're assuming all these things are going to be great, right? With the new mobile home, it's a great area. There's got to be something going on with the story here.
I have something less fun to talk about. Why are we complicating this deal? If
True.
you believe in this transaction, Mike, buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know why what you're doing is trying to wholesale it.
Yeah.
You're trying to, for whatever reason.
Good point.
This is I'm glad this question came up in this week, because Jill and I don't ever wholesale anything. If we believe in the deal, we buy it. And
Right.
if we have to, and we've done this many times in the distant past, bring in a funding partner for us or with us so that we can. So I don't know why you wouldn't just buy this property from this person.
Well, I wonder too, by the way, he's down to 220 given Mike's terms. I think the seller might even go lower, saying, look, I'm just going to give you cash and be all done with it. You don't have to deal with carrying the mortgage. We don't have to worry about your bank. How about we make it 210, kind of thing. And I'm buying it outright. And the seller can go, you know what? For that extra $10,000, now I really don't have to think about it. There's no agents involved. I don't have to worry about my mortgage. I can pay that off. And I'm going to walk away with $120,000 in my pocket, because he needs
130.
Oh, 130, excuse me. So it's less than that. So 210, but anyway, he's going to walk away with a nice check, and he's going to be happy with that. Yeah.
I don't know. I struggle with why people want to wholesale stuff.
True.
I don't see it as a reduced risk. You either believe in the deal or you don't.
True. I
Because
completely agree.
Jill and I have created for the last 10, 15, 10 years? Almost 10 years, a group of people that are dying to throw money at these deals. Why don't you just buy it?
Yep. Wow, we take ownership and then split and sell it. I can't even imagine right now, because this is so not what kind of what kind of paperwork the lender's going to think. There's so much potential for this to go south, and the lender just to
That's what
say
I
no.
think.
Even though the seller and you have this great agreement and this great plan, the bank, and as I would, the bank will probably say, heck no, I wouldn't do this.
The bank, in the best case, is going to allow you to assume the loan, which they won't do because if it's at a much lower interest rate, they want that loan to go away.
Right.
They don't want to keep it in place at
Yeah.
3% or whatever it is with mortgage rates at 7%. This looks like a really solid, really attractive deal.
Yep.
So, and it's getting complicated. So the deal's not going to get killed because it's not a solid deal.
True.
It's going to get killed because what Jill just said.
All the
Paperwork and people changing their minds and amount of time that this takes.
Yep.
You know, back in the day, this is a old guy comment here. Did you know that 50%, more than 50% of mortgages and how they're calculated are incorrect? Really?
I
You're paying a
totally believe
mortgage
that. How do you
and
know that?
It's a statistic that I read all the
my
time.
gosh, I
It's
totally
actually
believe
higher than
that.
that. They're not being the people who are in control of your mortgage
Yeah.
should not be trusted to do that.
I completely agree. And who are you to say? You have to argue with them and fight to get it fixed if you find the error. Oh, I don't even want to go there.
I would get a
Thanks.
funder in our group. I would
I'd
open
fund
escrow.
it outright.
So would I.
Yeah, let's just do
So
that.
we would fund it, and I would buy it,
Mm-hmm.
close escrow on it. The lender's gone, and go and sell it
Sure, and
for
sell it.
$300,000. And I probably would not, like Jill said, he owes 130. He's trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
I'd give him 140 and solve his entire problem, and then control the asset and mix them down.
There you go.
Real life examples creating wealth in the land investment business. Jill, do you have anybody right now that's in personal coaching that you can really say has bringing the right attitude and,
Yeah,
and
I do.
succeeding?
I do. Well, you know what? I've got a couple of women. It's kind of funny right now. I'm women heavy in my personal coaching business, and I'm trying to think. I have like three different examples. I have former/current business owner. I have former real estate agent pivoting, and then I have someone that came from basically a union background, but a high paying environment where she basically retired and said, this is what I'm doing now. I'm not messing around. So one of the things that is common among the three of them is this commitment, like, and which is what I have. And I think you do too. When I go into something, it's hard for me not to. When I go into something and I flip that switch, like, this is it. I'm done. I stop looking at other things. I shelter myself from other noise. I don't look at other businesses and things. I'm head down, in it, out of my way. And it might take me months until, we're there, but that's what I'll do. And that's something that all three of them have committed to. And I'm really impressed.
There's this all week we're talking about wealth and creating wealth. And I think that the vast majority of people think that being wealthy is Elon Musk and hundreds
Right.
of billions of dollars. And I don't think that.
Yeah.
The most successful, wealthy people, and I'm not going to name their names, there's three people that have come through Land Academy that really come to mind. We're all very honest and open about how much money they made and why they were choosing to make that much money. The first guy stood up and told his story in our live event. And he said, my wife has had some healthcare issues. I understand the meaning of life now. She pulled through it, and I make $100,000 a month doing one deal every month. And if I end up making around $800,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And he said, and that's what this is. And I don't have a job anymore. And I spend time with her, and this is what I do. Mm-hmm. Fast forward a year, same thing, same exact thing, different personal story. My kids now are playing baseball, and I'm their coach. And that's what I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do. I made $800,000 this year, and that's what I'll make next year. And I
work
send
that
up this
hard?
amount of money, this amount of mail out. I take about 8 calls a day. He had it all worked out. And he was, so Yesterday we talked about the final stage or one of the personality types and about exit. Those guys have that licked.
True.
The people that I'm concerned about more are, and they always come through career path and they say, I want to make $10 million a year. I made $1 million last year. I want to make 10. Well, hold on a second. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, do you need a faster car or what? Like,
How is that going to change your life?
You know, the truth is, I've never been one of those people.
Yeah.
I've had the same goal, same financial goal, plus or minus some zeros, and plus or minus what it actually looks like since I was 14 years old. And we've long passed that. And so as I get older, I'm totally in the exit stage right now. I'm less and less and less interested in taking any type of risk. So the deals that Jill and I do, for the most part, are what I would call risk-free.
Right.
So that makes the most sense to me. These are what really happens if you're in the idea stage and you're listening to this podcast. Please sit down and take a very realistic goal. Make realistic goals. If you have a W-2 job that you hate, and you're lucky enough not to be in a committed relationship with children yet, geez, you're in the total driver's seat. So plan it out.
Yeah.
You know, you want to make $100,000 next year, or maybe 300 because you're making 100 now. $100,000 used to be a huge amount of money when we were early professionals. It's not anymore, and that's great. Plan it out. I want to make 250 doing some land, then I'm going to quit my job. I want to make, then the next year I want to make 350 or 400. All very, very realistic goals.
Yes.
Then I want to take a partner on, whether you're a Jack or a Jill, and I get it to about $1 million, which is $100,000 a month. Then I'm going to stop.
I love it. Those are really good and very realistic.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So the point is, just don't have this, have an end, have a number and make it count. And when you start talking crazy numbers, it's fun to talk about that. We joke about it and stuff, you know, especially in career path. And, you know, if you really want to be, you can do that if that's what you want to be. But then we go back to, is that really going to change your life? We have that discussion ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
You know, we're always teetering with, you know, when do we want to call it? Which I don't know when that's going to be, because we both have the type of personalities that I don't think we ever can. I can't see us just sitting down reading the paper every day and, you know,
right,
and just doing nothing. So we'll always be doing something. But, you know, is it really going to change your life that much? So you can dial it up, dial it back, however much you want. That was perfect.
What these guys, and I'll end on this, what struck me about these three specific individuals is that the way that they were describing it was so matter of fact, and they long accepted it. I'm sure their spouse accepted it, and it wasn't. They were just explaining it. They weren't looking for anybody's opinion,
no,
or trying to, you know. Our generation is really thinks that we all should make $100 million a year.
Oh, and try to one-up each other.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Me too.
I totally agree. That's perfect. Thank you. Join us tomorrow where we discuss, it's Thursday. We're going to do 5 questions to ask yourself before you attempt to create more wealth in your land investment business.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.